Dreamstar Fighting Marigold is a Joshi promotion created in 2024 and just recently had their 1-year anniversary show. Since their introduction, they have had many wrestlers come and go, and some debut under them as well. In this video, I will be going over every signed and regular freelancer that takes part in Marigold. The promotion was created by Rossi Ogawa, the man who created Stardom. After selling the promotion to Bushiroad, he was fired from that promotion for allegedly poaching the talent from them. He and a number of the wrestlers from Stardom left and created a new promotion. Fuka, who also left Actress Girls, had 6 wrestlers from there join her, resulting in Marigold having 12 regular signed wrestlers from the get-go. Since then, they have gotten a number of very talented rookies and even Mayu Iwatani herself joining the promotion. So let's get to the roster. Yuka Yamazaki, jersey number 4, is Marigold's newest rookie, debuting in June of 2025 against Marai. There isn't too much to know about her since she's so new, but she seems to be decent in the ring for a rookie, nothing too special. The most notable thing about her is that she does the Twist of Fate move, which isn't too common in Joshi, so that's pretty cool. Her nickname is Mad Dog, so I'm assuming she's going to be going for a small scrapper persona since she's only 4'11". Shino, jersey number 5, is the second newest rookie from Marigold, having debuted in May of 2025 versus Mai Sakurai at the Marigold 1-year anniversary show. Like Hisuna Tanaka, she is the daughter of a wrestler who also wrestled under Rossi in Arcean. Her mother is Michiko Omukai, who was at the announce table during her debut. From her debut, we can see that she has a fierce spirit inside of her, with pictures of her, blood on her face, and screaming while putting Mai Sakurai in a scorpion deathlock circulated around Twitter after her debut. Since she is still in school, she is only participating in shows that are close to where she lives and when she is on vacation. Naho Yamada, jersey number 25. Some of you who have been watching Marigold for a while now might not even know who she is. She has been gone for quite a while from injury. From my understanding, it is an ACL tear. Now, some things about her is she used to be an actress and she's a very good singer, singing along to her entrance theme sometimes when she comes in. As you can see from her goals, she plans on being around for quite a while, to keep going for 10 years, strong, cute, and full of energy. Well, from what I remember seeing of her in the ring, she is very energetic and she has some potential, so definitely keep an eye out for her when she returns. At this time, there is no news about her possible return or how long she is going to be out for. She has been completely silent for months, not even appearing on Twitter at all. Next we have Riyoko Sakamura, whose jersey number is 65. She's one of the 3 wrestlers who joined Marigold from the Gravure Idol profession. Out of the 3, she is the weakest in my opinion, with her moves being way less intense and her strikes being very weak in comparison. She really isn't involved in any storylines right now, except for her somewhat rivalry with Yuki Minami and Nagisa Tachibana. They seem to have this kind of friendly enemy relationship where whenever one of the 3 loses a match for the others, they get kind of upset at them and they blame them and they say, hey, you need to do better, and it just kind of goes round and round and round. Yuki Minami is the best of the 3 Gravure models that have joined Marigold. She ended up going on to win the Rookie of the Year tournament from Marigold in 2024, cementing herself at the top of the hierarchy between the 3. As you can tell from her goal, to become a wrestler people want to cheer for, she has a fire and intensity in her that wants to get better. She has yet to win a title in Marigold, or anywhere for that matter, because she originally started her career in Ice Ribbon, like Julia. But I believe if she sticks to the path that she's going right now, eventually she will get to the point where she will win a singles or a tag title sometime in the future. If Marigold ever implements a triple belt, I could see her teaming up with 2 other people to getting that belt pretty easily. Nagisa Tachibana, jersey number 73. The third and final member of the Gravure models who joined Marigold. While she isn't the top of the food chain of the three like Yuki Minami is, in my opinion I believe she has the highest potential out of the three. While her in-ring skills are not at Minami's level as of right now, her fire and intensity that she portrays in all of her matches outweighs that by miles. If I had to make a bet on which of the three are going to be something special someday, I would have to bet that Tachibana is going to be better than the other two, and not that far off into the future either. Unfortunately, unlike most of the other wrestlers on this list, she was not a part of my fan club book, so I don't have any information about her like her goals and stuff like that. But I was able to find that she did play basketball, and obviously she likes modeling since she's a Gravure model. Rhea Setto, jersey number 0, because of course she would have chosen 0. Rhea is by far the weirdest wrestler on the roster, and that's including Megaton and Gigaton. Her fascination with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure shows as she is always pulling off JoJo poses. She is always one of the most unique looking wrestlers on the roster, and you can tell from her picture. Don't let me calling her weird put you off though, as she is one of the ones to watch in this promotion. She has a potential ceiling that is almost limitless. As for her goals and hobbies, she likes visiting shrines, and she wants to become a wrestler who can make you move your body with her wrestling. Out of all of the rookie talent in Marigold, she was the most improved over the first year of Marigold's inception, showing she has the heart and willpower to work towards her dreams. Komomo Minami, jersey number 2. Some might remember her as a Stardom trainee who had passed her pro test and was set to debut. Then she just sort of disappeared until it was shown that she was taking part of Marigold's training sessions. She then debuted in Marigold on June of 2024. Since her debut, she has gone through a huge visual change, originally coming out in a black and white outfit and a ready-to-fight persona. Now she has changed to the outfit you see here, with her personality going more towards a girly type. That doesn't mean that she has dropped in quality in the ring though. If anything, she has only gotten better with this new gimmick change. With the promotion getting the faces and heels dynamics more clear as the days go on, she is going to be one of the more prominent faces in a couple of years. Seiri Yamaoka, jersey number 3, Rossi's new super rookie pet project. Seiri is pretty insane for her experience level though. Like most other Joshi wrestlers, she has a background in some kind of sport, but hers was amateur wrestling. And she was quite successful in that as well. She was the 2022 All Japan Beach Wrestling Champion for high school age. Usually when an amateur wrestler comes into wrestling, they are bland and their only saving grace is their in-ring skill. But with Seiri, she has inklings of a fun-to-watch personality. I'm not completely convinced she can shed that and become an entertaining wrestler, but as of right now, she is by far the best rookie in Marigold. Seriously, go watch her debut on January 3rd of 2025 and try to tell me she isn't one of the most naturally gifted in-ring wrestlers to come along in years. Hisuna Tanaka, jersey number 6. She is the daughter of 2 pro wrestlers. Her father is Minoru Tanaka, who has been wrestling since 1994 and is still active. Her mother is Yumi Fukawa, a wrestler who had wrestled for AJW and under Rossi in Rossi's first promotion, Arcean. She started her career in Pro Wrestling Wave, and in 2023 participated in a couple of Stardom's New Blood shows. She joined Marigold in July of 2024, becoming a part of the first wave of new talent going to Marigold after the first original 12. She has really made a name for herself in Marigold, cementing herself as the idol-type wrestler. Think Tam Nakano. Super cutesy, frilly outfits, playing up the kawaii factor to the maximum. Then, she gets in the ring and destroys her opponents. Now Ishikawa, jersey number 70. Now, unlike the rest you have seen so far, you might notice that she has 2 pictures here. Well, that's because she has an alter ego gimmick. The storyline is that everyone pretends it's not Nao Ishikawa, even Ishikawa pretends she doesn't know who it is. Her Power Ranger villain-esque gimmick is Gigaton. She has been wrestling as Gigaton almost exclusively for a while now, but recently it seems like she might be putting that gimmick on a back burner, as every showing of her for like the last month or so has been as her original character, Nao Ishikawa. Some of you might remember her from her huge storyline in Stardom, where she pretended to be Tam Nakano, and they had a really amazing match. She joined Marigold to prove that she wasn't just a Tam clone, but has been struggling to find success. Chica Goto, jersey number 51. Chica is a weird one to talk about here because she presents herself as higher on the card than she really is. It's almost like a Joshi Enzo Amore. She talks a big talk, but then gets beaten pretty easily inside the ring by anyone with even a little bit of skill. During her time in Marigold, she has really progressed with her skills though. Her intensity and willingness to always fight no matter how high the obstacle is makes you eventually want to support her. The only downside to her is that because of her tall height, she seems to want to be considered something of a power wrestler. The problem with that is that she just isn't that strong, and a lot of her strength feats fall really flat. Her giant swing is more times bad than good, but it has been getting better. Koki Amare, jersey number 9, is a fan favorite for a lot of people. She had been out for months recently from injury and just made her return. She used to team up with Chica Goto and were mildly successful as a tag team, but Koki started pursuing a singles career, which led to her and Chica growing apart and now have some animosity towards each other and a budding rivalry. Each time they are in the ring against each other, you can see that neither want to lose against one another. She was until recently the GHC Women's Champion, but lost it to Marvelous's Takumi Iroha. I'm not sure what her plans are now, since apparently her goals as a wrestler was to win a singles title belt, which she has already done. So maybe look out for her entering either the white or the red belt scene soon. Hummingbird, jersey number 52. Hummingbird is Marigold's obligatory masked wrestler, as it seems like every Joshi promotion needs to have at least one. She didn't always go by this name though. Some might recognize her more as Cat Mask Kaliko from Actress Girls. Yes, another wrestler from Actress Girls that went to Marigold. She is very fluid in the ring, and her high speed also helps make her look like she's running circles around her opponents. Out of every person in Marigold, Hummingbird seems to, or at least her character does, have some major anger issues. She is always glaring at people and seems ready to jump anyone who even looks at her twice. If you go back to any instance of the Marigold vs. Marvelous war going on right now, and pay attention to Hummingbird in the background, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. Nanae Takahashi, jersey number 7, really doesn't need an introduction, but I'll do it anyway. She is a Joshi legend. She started Stardom with Rossi in 2011, becoming the first ever World of Stardom champion, and went on to hold it for 602 days, still holding the record for longest reign with the red belt. In 2015, she left Stardom after the incident and went to Seedling. Now she joined Marigold to help the next generation of wrestlers. In May of 2025, Nanae retired from wrestling altogether, but has said she wants to stay in Marigold in some aspect, most likely either being a part of training or something like that. During her run in Marigold, she used it to really uplift and help the younger Marigold wrestlers. Megaton, jersey number 69. Megaton is the promotion's comedy character. She's also massively popular. I went to 2 Marigold shows in person, and the amount of cheering and support she got during her matches surprised me quite a lot. While she isn't anything to write home about for in-ring skills, she is a unique force in Marigold. There is no one else like her in the promotion, and no one has gotten so much support through charisma alone. She has had somewhat of a character change recently though, after being kicked out of Marigold's only faction, Darkness Revolution. She is now coming out with rainbows on her face and flowers on her outfit, although it doesn't seem like she has changed any of her antics in the ring. So she is still a blast to watch, just now presented in a more positive way. Nagisa Noaki is a freelancer who is a regular in Marigold. She is a founding member of the faction Darkness Revolution, and the most experienced out of the 3 members. While in Marigold, she has had mild success, achieving a tag belt reign with the Twin Star titles. But most of her true successes have happened outside of Marigold. Because she is more of a regular outsider, she is almost never in the front line of any storylines or matches, more of a support to help Darkness Revolution, since they only have 3 members now after kicking out Megaton and Gigaton having disappeared. Misa Matsui, jersey number 33, the 3rd member of Darkness Revolution, starting her time in Marigold as a face. She was part of the original 6 that came from Actress Girls with Fuka at Marigold's start. Although she is one of the most talented wrestlers on the roster, she hasn't achieved any accomplishments yet. She challenged for the Superfly title a number of times, but after a particularly bad loss, she was abducted by Darkness Revolution and slowly convinced to be on their side. When I say slowly, what I really mean is 2 shows later she was coming out looking like this from her previous appearance and was fully a member of the faction. Even though she has been wrestling for years now, she has never won a title belt, even in Actress Girls. With her popularity, how active she is on social media, and skills in the ring, it's only a matter of time before she is holding a belt of some kind, maybe even a singles belt. Chiaki, jersey number 89, is the leader and founding member of Marigold's first faction, Darkness Revolution. Now, people who used to watch Stardom from 2016 to about 2020 will have a sense of deja vu, and that's because Chiaki is almost a carbon copy of Kagetsu and early Odo Tai. This isn't a dig at Chiaki though, because she does put enough uniqueness in her character to make her stand out, but the comparisons are hard to ignore. A more mannish look, leader of a faction of hooligans, and even dancing in her entrance like Odo Tai. While this could be off-putting to some, as seen as just trying to copy the past, I think she's doing a great job as being the promotion's heel. Although, so far, she hasn't been a part of any major storylines other than her faction's creation, so I'm assuming she's gearing up for something soon. Natsumi Suzuki, jersey number 28, is one of the most experienced wrestlers on the roster, and one of the few wrestlers who has a history with Rossi. Natsumi Suzuki was the main title holder of Actress Girls when she left to join Marigold, being one of the original members. Even though she came from Actress Girls before Marigold, she actually got her start way back in 2012 in Stardom. When rejoining Marigold, she changed her name back to Natsumi Suzuki to wrestle under the name Rossi had given her while in Stardom. She was the first ever Superfly champion, losing it to Yuzuki. She has been out with injury for a while now and tried to make a comeback recently, but her injury was more severe than realized, and she will be out for a lot longer now. So look forward to her return in the far future. Jungo Kiona hasn't officially started wrestling in Marigold yet, but she has said that she has plans on making a full comeback. So I'm adding her in here now so I don't have to later. Jungo Kiona is an ultimate babyface underdog who was very popular amongst Western fans in Stardom. She never achieved a singles title, but was a part of the tag and triple belt scene for most of her Stardom career. After some injuries, she retired from wrestling for the most part, but recently met up with Rossi and tested out a comeback with an exhibition match in Marigold. She then announced at the end that she will train hard and come back full-time as a wrestler. So far, we haven't had too many updates, but as far as I can tell, those plans are still in motion, and we should be expecting her sometime in the near future. Utomi Hayashita, jersey number 3, really needs no introduction if you were a fan of Stardom. Utami was one of Rossi's projects in Stardom, making her a super rookie, who went on to win multiple singles belts in her first year, and even winning Rookie of the Year for Tokyo Sports in 2018, and then going on to win MVP in Tokyo Sports later on. She was a mainstay in Stardom, and was no surprise that she left to start Marigold with Rossi. At the time of this video, she is the Marigold World Champion, and is most likely to stay that way for a while. She is the promotion's designated power wrestler, just like in Stardom, and she really doesn't have too much competition in that aspect in Marigold. Since leaving Stardom, her bumping has improved miles, so look out for that. Mai Sakurai, jersey number 8. Mai Sakurai is the current Marigold United National Champion, and another wrestler who left Stardom to join Marigold. Unlike most of the other Stardom wrestlers who left, who most likely left because of Rossi, she most likely did because of Giulia. She had formed somewhat of a mentorship with Giulia and even started using her Glorious Driver after Giulia left Marigold to join WWE. Since coming to Marigold, Mai Sakurai has really cemented herself as a pillar for Marigold, being one of the top attractions for the promotion. She was also the first ever Marigold Twin Star Champion with Marai. She recently was chosen by Shino to be her first match, which just goes to show you the impact she is having in Marigold. Being another wrestler's first ever match is an honor, and not everyone gets that chance. Victoria Yuzuki, jersey number 1, is one of the best newcomers in a long while. Having started her career in Stardom, even being subject to rumors that she was Mayu Iwatani's secret disciple. She left Stardom to start Marigold, most likely knowing that her idol Mayu was coming over too. When coming to Marigold, she changed her name, adding the name Victoria and dyeing her hair yellow and changing her entire appearance to having a gold and yellow theme. She has grown a reputation in Marigold for her high speed and extreme stiff style. She is by far the most stiff wrestler in the promotion. Each of her attacks really look like she wants it to hurt. She was the Superfly champion until Mayu Iwatani came to Marigold and lost it to her, but she doesn't seem upset about it since she is so happy Mayu's there now. Miku Alano, jersey number 39, was the ace of Actress Girls. She was a part of the original 6 women who came from Actress Girls at Marigold's inception. She is one of the most popular wrestlers on the roster, selling the most merch and her lines being the longest out of most of the wrestlers. She was also the promotion's first ever United National Champion, beating both Marai and Bozilla in the same show to get the belt. For old school Stardom watchers, she wrestles a lot like how Momo Watanabe used to wrestle during her white belt run. Super hard kicks and stiff drop kicks. Since losing the white belt to Mai Sakurai, she has been kind of floating by, trying to find a place in the promotion. I wouldn't be surprised if we see her in the red belt scene by the end of the year. Marai, jersey number 17. Marai is an interesting case. We know that she is a favorite of Rossi, having a legendary run in Stardom under him. Also being one of 2 people to ever win the Cinderella tournament back to back. The only other person to ever do that? Mayu Iwatani herself. She also held the white belt in Stardom under him, but in Marigold, she seems to be having a hard time achieving anything singles-wise. Her biggest achievement is that she was the first ever Twin Star champion with Mai Sakurai. Since then, she has just been failing to get singles belts while also putting on the best performances of the night at almost every single show. Her insane speed and power is nothing to laugh at. The only reason I could think of for why she hasn't won anything of yet is that she's gonna have a huge run when she finally does. Mayu Iwatani, jersey number 219. What do I even need to say about Mayu Iwatani that you probably already don't know? She's one of the best wrestlers in the world, a part of the legendary Daughters of Stardom trio, also called Threedom. She is the icon of Joshi Pro Wrestling and one of the most loyal people on the planet to Rossi Ogawa. Some people were surprised she would leave the top billing of Stardom to go to Marigold, but anyone who knows even a little about Mayu's story saw it coming. Mayu is basically Rossi's adopted daughter. That's how close they are. And he saw something in her that no one else did. When she was starting out, Mayu was nothing special in wrestling. It took years before she was even considered a great wrestler, and even then was considered the worst out of the Daughters of Stardom. Now, she's considered one of, if not the best, women's wrestler on the planet.